Right, good evening everyone. So we're in a little place. I'm keeping quiet because it's very quiet and peaceful here, so I feel like I've got to keep my voice down. It's very serene, and we've driven to the south of Bavaria. We're just sort of on the Austrian border, kind of, and we're up in the mountains, and we're in a town called Garmisch-Partenkirchen. It's kind of like a ski resort, and there's lots of hiking trails, and we're going to do lots of walks tomorrow, aren't we, Steve? Up in the mountains, well, kind of. And I'm going to keep this brief because this is sort of the start of the video, but we've arrived here, we've parked up, it seems alright, and we've come to a little quiet restaurant round the corner, got ourselves a beer, and we're going to settle down for the evening. Got something to eat which is coming on its way, and I think what we'll do is we'll catch up with you tomorrow so we can show you around this extremely gorgeous looking place. We're also parked right next to a swimming pool, an outdoor swimming pool, which looks absolutely lush. So hopefully we're going to go for a swim tomorrow as well. So cheers to that. This is beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. We'll see you in the morning.
See you tomorrow.
Morning. There you go, chicken.
Cheers.
I have to be nice to you this morning because I'm dragging you
You want me to go walking?
on hiking trails and hills. So, you know, we've got to lay on all the pleasantries.
I'd like to say it's probably not going to be too bad, but I suspect today might be a bit of a challenge.
It's meant to be really hot, isn't it, as well today, in the 30s.
But there we go, never mind, we'll do it.
We'll be alright. We did worse in Spain in hotter heat, I think.
Yeah, it's meant to get to 30 degrees today.
Yeah. And we're up in the mountains, so you would think it would be a bit cooler up here, although I know that doesn't always work out.
That's changed anyway, it's just 29 degrees.
Oh, just a mere 29.
But yeah.
It'll all be fine.
Aye.
You're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to love every moment, even the fact we have to pay for it, but more on that in a bit.
Got to pay to walk up a hill.
They'll charge you to smell the flowers soon, Steve.
Yeah, they will.
And they already are.
They'll charge us to breathe soon.
So we've woken up in a place called Garmisch-Partenkirchen. It's a kind of resort town. I think I said all this yesterday, if it made it into the video. And it's right in the south of Germany, the south of Bavaria, and we're up in the Bavarian Alps. It all looks very dramatic and magical. And the weather is looking good today, which is fantastic because there has been so much rain and thunderstorms, and there's meant to be some after today or tomorrow, so we really need to make the best of this. Hopefully we've timed it right. Now, we only drove through it very briefly last night, but the town itself, if you think like places like Eibsee in Scotland, that kind of like ski resort town, very much geared towards winter sports, very touristy, full of restaurants and hotels, that kind of thing, it very much looked like that. So hopefully we'll get a chance to have a look round at some point, but specifically today we are going on a hike, as I said, and we'll go into a place called Partnachlam or Partnach Gorge. I think they're kind of the same thing. So the river, I think it's a river, River Partnach, it runs down from the Alps and it's cut a gorge through the valley, and this gorge has gained quite the reputation for being very pretty and just something that you really have to see, with very beautiful clear water running through it. Of course, what that means is it's quite touristy as well, but it does sound like it's very much worth it. However, you do have to pay €7.50 each to enter, which is a bit like, you know, as Stephen has always said, they're going to charge you to start sniffing the flowers soon, so it's kind of like, all right, but everything we've read does suggest it's worth it, so we're going to suck it up and do it. And I think beyond that, you can, beyond the gorge, because I don't think it's that long in there, you can do other hikes, so we'll see how we go. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I'm not sure about Stephen, but I did pick this because I thought he would enjoy this based on the hike we did. If you saw our Los Cajoras video in Spain, where we went through a valley with all bridges and like canyons and stuff, he really loved that, or at least part of it. So I'm hoping it's going to be similar here. Pray for me. And I do get why in some instances they charge for these things. You know, I'm not moaning entirely. I do get it. Like, you have to maintain them. We did read that in 1991 or 2, that a huge amount of rock fell off the, well, down the gorge and closed it. Luckily nobody got hurt, but you know, it's those kind of funds that probably help maintain it, put all the pathways in, because it's very secure. There's like proper paths running through it. So I do understand. It just seems a little bit steep for a walk through a gorge. That's going to cost us like 15 euros for the pair of us. And one quick thing before we actually get going, we stayed, even though we've come up somewhere really pretty, we are just in a car park right now, and right now we could be in like Basingstoke or something. You know what I mean? It could be absolutely anywhere. We're surrounded by cars, but it was absolutely fine. We're on a bit of a slope, but this is an ideal place to be to start the trek to the gorge.
Aye.
Practical, not pretty, remember?
Aye. Time to be forced to walk.
Time to be forced to walk and be forced to enjoy it. I think you might like this one though.
I don't think you'll be able to force me to enjoy it.
No, that's true. That never works. Well, let's just hope you naturally get some enjoyment out of being somewhere kind of amazing, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine?
Let's just see.
I'm so glad we've put sun cream on, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, it is absolutely scorching. I think it's going to go to 30 and above today. And it just feels like a really intense heat, doesn't it? That sun is so powerful.
Here? We go here?
What, instead of that?
Yeah, let's go here.
You know, that sounds pretty good actually.
Aye.
Yeah, forget the walk.
Aye.
Beer time.
I got that.
It's nearly lunchtime.
Two expensive pieces of paper.
So we've just paid for our tickets. They're not €7.50 each, they're €10. So we've just paid €20
to walk up a hill.
Yeah, I hope it's going to be worth it, because that's quite a lot to go and look around some natural landscapes, if you like. So let's hope it's really good, yeah?
I will be very harsh judge.
Yeah, me too actually, because €20 is a hell of a lot of money, so I hope it's good. We will see.
Here goes €10.
Now we go through the little gate. It's like a theme park. God for smartphones, eh? Can't see the floor. I mean, if I wasn't being stupid and filming, then I would be able to see the floor, but... It's beautiful, but it is proper crowded, isn't it? It is so busy and it's such a small walkway. Yeah, it's a mixed bag, this one. I wish we'd come later or earlier, because this is like, it's a bit much. And we're all wanting pictures and to film. Is it worth €20, Steve? No. No. It's gorgeous, it's lovely, but not €20. Well, we made it through. Was it worth €10 each?
I think that's obviously a no.
It's definitely no. What do you mean obviously a no?
Well, they would have seen the video, it's no.
No, I think we got some really nice footage of it.
Yeah, I know, but it's €10.
Yeah, it's too expensive. It's not worth €10. It is, let's not like play it down though. It is very beautiful. All the water. I mean, look, hopefully the footage showed you something as best we could. But the way like the cliffs just rose up, and you got so many great views, that was worth it. However, €10 is a lot each for what it was. Obviously it didn't last particularly long. It was very busy, so don't ever do what we do and come in the middle of the day. Like, go in the morning and go in the evening, because it'll be a lot easier. And last of all, we read that the water was supposed to be really kind of turquoisey blue, and we saw it in some of the rivers on the way up. So we got really excited, and we've seen the footage, so we know it can happen. However, the water was just like a muddy brown, wasn't it? It just, well, it looked like an English river, you know? It did not look clear at all. So we're a bit like, what's that about? And I think after heavy rain or something's happened, it will discolour the water. However, we've just come to a point at the end of the trail, and it's really interesting actually, because I said to Stephen, oh, it looks like the water's changing blue again. But we've come to a meeting point of two rivers. Well, we'll show you. You can see for yourself. So I don't know if the camera picks it up, but the one on the right is very clear and blue, just there. And the one from the left, which is what followed mostly down into the gorge, is kind of like a silty, muddy brown colour. So that's interesting, they're just joining up. Obviously that one is kind of purer at the moment. I think we'll head that way, shall we?
I'm going to go and sit over there. There's clear water.
Yeah, we're going to go and have our lunch by the nice river, if we can find a spot. So we're wondering now whether to brave paddling the water, because I think it comes from much higher up. I think it's glacier meltwater. But there's a few other people that have braved the paddling, so I think we should give it a go.
We're going to stick a toes in.
Stick a toe in, yeah.
Fast water, so we won't be doing it.
Yeah, we won't be swimming, it is really fast, but we can at least go up to our ankles maybe. Alright, let's see. Right, Steve's braving it first. It really hurts your feet as well, so you have to contend with that as well as the cold.
It's cold, but it was colder in Scotland.
Was it?
Yeah.
Gracefully done.
Go on then.
Right, we're off.
Get your feet wet.
Is it actually hard to stand up? Because it looks like it's...
It's alright.
Is it? That is icy. Whew. Yeah, that's cold. I was thinking that looked so tempting to swim in. I don't think we'd risk it anyway, because it is really
you can't
fast.
swim in that.
And I can feel the power of that water on my ankles, so I think on that other bit I don't think I'd want to chance it. Not that I'm making excuses or anything, but that is really icy, isn't it?
Now there's always the lake later.
Well, that was absolutely wonderful, wasn't it? Like, all of that, sitting by that little beach, seeing that water, that was better than the gorge, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And you could come and see this without going through the gorge anyway.
No.
As I said before, I think the gorge water normally does look like that. It's just the way the rainfall had gone, had made it very murky. Still not worth €10, but I still feel like it's something you've got to see. Just don't come, just come at the beginning or the end of the day, because if you're going to pay €10, my God, do not come at that time. It's not worth all of the crowds.
Well, if you're more interested in just a nice little beach, we're walking back the way you should walk.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which way that was, but...
No, maybe we should have done it the other way round, because now I've got to drag Stephen up a hill all the way home. Somehow it works like that, I don't know how.
I never thought I'd see water like that in
No.
my life, so I'm really pleased to see it.
So you enjoyed it?
I did.
There you go, it's all good.
Come on, let's get
Up the hill so you can start moaning again. Let's get things back to normal, shall we?
I don't need a hill to complain.
No, but now you've got one, we can fast forward to all of your best bits.
Alright. You have to cut out the pies and crisps when I leave here.
And the ice cream,
It's getting hard again.
and the beers, and the German cakes, all of it. Well, it appears we've kind of just walked very, very, very steeply uphill through woodland just to come all the way back down again. It does take us back to the start of the trail, which is good. I hope it does anyway. But even I'm kind of in agreement with Stephen that was a little bit pointless, that part, because there wasn't any views on that way. I think we probably have to take a longer diversion somewhere. So it was all a bit going up and down for nothing, really. Sorry, Stephen. Good exercise though, eh? For now though, let's get off this bloody hillside. I want a beer now. I don't care about whatever we've worked off or not worked off. I want a nice beer in the sun by that lovely little swimming pool we saw. How about that, eh? I think I'm going to turn the camera off because I keep losing my footing. Okay, bye. Well, we've just got back to the van, and what did you think of the walk, Stephen?
Well, I didn't like the hill.
Did we already sum this up? I feel like we did.
I think we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the little pool that I don't think we did show you yesterday, but we had a quick walk around. So it's a natural pool, but it's a little bit warmer than the stuff we were in today. So I think it is fed by river and mountain water, but I think a lot of it kind of sits there so it has a chance to warm up. We saw it was 20 degrees yesterday, which I think is fairly palatable, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
It is a lake, ultimately, so it has got things in it.
We saw tadpoles and
so
things.
I've got to get used to the idea of that, because I really don't like fish.
Yeah.
Like being anywhere near me like that. But I am absolutely stifling hot, so I am definitely going in the water, and I'm going to try and swim. So let's go. We'll show you the lake. We'll have a little swim. There may not be a fancy beach body, but I might show you. I might.
You might be in for a treat.
You won't.
I mean, look.
If you think a treat is something looking like a chocolate pudding, then you're on a winner.
Well, that's kind of what we've been eating. After all this time in Sweden and Germany, yeah, we have become basically German bakeries, beer and pastries rolled into one. And, you know, I'm just saying it's not going to be fancy beach bodies coming out today. But, you know, they're unique beach bodies, and that's all that matters.
It's more Pillsbury Doughboy than beach body.
I like a Pillsbury Doughboy.
Anyway, enough of this crap.
That's more my type
Let's
of beach
go
body.
and have some water. I was going to say let's go and have some water sports. Let's go.
Where's this going?
Let's go and have a little swim.
Let's go and have a little swim and cool off.
Aye.
So we've even bought a little picnic blanket. Here we go, Steve. Look at us. What a wholesome idea. Steve's going to brave it. We're hoping it's warmer than before. Am I filming you going in?
Yeah.
I think we should now. I can feel it on my toes. It already feels cold. I think you've just got to do it.
Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, that's rejuvenating. It's always just that initial resistance, but it's actually really nice. Right, your turn.
My turn. Got to give it a go.
Then we can put the camera away and enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. Then we can shut this off. But just very quickly to show you, it's a big kind of man-made, but it's sort of natural pool. I'm not sure. I can't remember how they do it, and it's been here for about 100 years. In fact, I think it's 100 years this year, and it's fed by the mountain water somehow. But because it sort of stays in a lake, if you like, it isn't as cold as a river. I know I'm explaining that terribly, but it's lovely to see this natural kind of pool in a mountain town. Anyway, let's go and give it a go. Right, I will depart with my flip-flops and give it a go. I'm kind of dreading this now.
Put your flip-flops back on.
Oh yeah, good point. I've always hated flip-flops, but they're so bloody useful for things like this. Anyway, that was gorgeous. It was a bit cold to start with, but not like icy cold. As soon as you're in, it feels alright, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's so nice. What a lovely little refreshing thing after this hot day, eh?
I know.
Amazing. Oh, I love it. You've got like snow-capped mountains while we're feeling this heat.
I know.
I can't believe it.
No.
You don't really see things like this back in the UK very often, do you? Like kind of community pools. And by the way, if you live in the town, you can get in for free, is that right?
I don't know.
It's one or the other. For us it was €4 each, and if you've got some kind of pass it's a bit cheaper, and if you live in the town it's cheaper, maybe free, I'm not sure, but either way. Oh, I love it. Alright, let's put the camera away and go and enjoy it properly, shall we?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, how refreshing was that, eh?
That was beautiful.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Even with the tadpoles.
Yeah, I just forgot about them.
Did you see them?
Yeah.
You see them swimming about everywhere. They'd just be like going around your chest and
they're
your
so
legs.
big at the moment, they're like nearly frogs.
Yeah, so it's even weirder.
I don't really mind that.
I didn't mind.
But that was so nice. I was so hot and sweaty and, you know, feeling a bit annoyed.
And we've really caught the sun today as well, haven't we?
And that's just cooled everything right down. That's beautiful.
Feeling a bit annoyed? That's not like you.
No.
We just kind of wanted to say, like, we're just sitting around here, seeing all this, seeing like families on the grass and how wholesome and lovely it is, and it feels like we just don't see this sort of thing back home. I don't know if this is normal for Germany or if it's just specific to here. I feel like we've seen it kind of in a couple of other places in Germany.
Yeah.
But you know, that might just be our experience of travelling rather than living in Germany. But it doesn't feel like you see this in the UK, does it?
We don't have big open green spaces with pools.
No.
We don't have anything like that.
And it's just as warm, like back home, if not more so, throughout a lot of the year than it can be here.
Yeah, definitely.
And we were kind of saying, is it that people would ruin it more back home, or
I think a lot of people would. I think people would be here. It'd all be nice until it came to tidying up and taking your rubbish home. Yeah. And you know, not getting absolutely gatted, and you know, putting your music on, and just you know, we're a bit antisocial, really.
I think we do have a reputation for kind of ruining things, so like leaving litter and getting out loud music and just being really reckless, seriously drunk and whatever else. And that's just us two. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. Only the drunk bit, just the drunk bit. Yeah.
I just think we're missing out at home. Like,
we are.
There's so much that we could have, but unfortunately we don't have it anymore. And I think some of that's to do with us as a society need to do better in terms of looking after stuff. And not leaving such a mess everywhere, but also it's about our councils and the decisions that they have made and the decisions that our governments have made over the years, and some of that can be reversed, but it will take decades. It will take a long time. Well, anyway, I think we've said enough. Let's shut off, shall we? Not bore I think of something else to moan about in a minute. Yeah, we'll turn it back on when Stephen thinks about something else to complain about. But this is a valid point to bring up. It's not complaining, it's just talking about what might be in the UK. You know, it's a different thing altogether. It's just talking about being a bit sad about what we've lost. Yeah. Well, this place is going to shut soon, so we're going to have this, head back to the van and sort ourselves out, get a bit of dinner, and then we've got something planned for tomorrow, which I'm so looking forward to, but also slightly dreading. And I might drag Stephen along the way as well. Aye. Well, into the water, let's just say. Well, it's not going to be like that. Don't get too excited. I'm not getting excited. I was just like, you might not, but we might not be able to park. Oh God. It's a popular place. But we're going to bloody do it, okay? Well, we're going to try. We're going to do it. We'll see you at the place tomorrow. We'll probably see you in the morning, but anyway, whatever. We're going to shut off for the evening. We've said that about 3 times. Alright, well let's just go then. I love it here. I love it so much. Oh my God, summer as well. Oh. Anyway, enough video. Yeah, alright. Bye. See you later. We've driven just down the road and we've come to a lake, and it's called Lake Eibsee, and it's at the foot of Germany's highest mountain, well, more or less at the foot of it, but you can see the highest mountain from here, the Zugspitze. However, we've arrived, and this is entirely my fault, I completely didn't see the price,
And there's a car park here, which we can't get into because there's a height barrier. Of course, you know, tale as old as time. But there's one just next to it. And it's at the Zugspitze, a cable car, which you can take up to the top of the mountain. And I don't know if this is just for motorhomes or everyone in general, but it costs 18 euros for 4 hours. Like, can we just let that sink in for a second? Stephen is absolutely livid. And it's kind of like put a dampener on the day. Well, I'm really sorry. Like, I wish I'd seen it beforehand. Like, I didn't. I was looking on all trails.
At the price, not you.
Yeah, okay. But I was looking on all trails, and that was my fault. I looked on there because I was seeing a walk around the lake, and it kept mentioning 8 euros for 4 hours, which is still horrific anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, for just 4 hours. But that's what I was seeing. Clearly, they meant for cars, and they were referring to the car park down the road, which we can't get into. But the one we're in, it's 18 euros for 4 hours. Whether that's all cars or whether it's just motorhomes and vans, I don't know. There's not that many people in it, which tells you everything you need to know. And we couldn't find anywhere else to park. We don't know the area, so we can't like drive around and find little odd spots to park in. Oh, so that has really put like a bit of a dampener on the day, because that's just like so much money, and now we've got a kind of rush. I don't think we'll be 4 hours, but we've got to always be mindful of the time so that we don't get overcharged. I think you can stay overnight here in the Zugspitze cable car park that we're in, but you have to pay an extra, what is it, Stephen?
Extra 25.
Extra 25 euros on top of whatever you've already paid. Like, what? I can't even process it. It just doesn't seem a need to charge that much. The amount of money we spent on beer, I mean, it's okay to spend it on something different. I don't know why I'm trying to justify this now, but we've got to make it better somehow. Oh, anyway, let's pack up. We're going to have some lunch, take it with us, and we're going to go and see Lake Eibsee. Are you ready, Steve? Are you going to enjoy it?
Maybe. Better be bloody good.
The pressure's on. So this is the place we're parked in, and then of course you can get the cable car here up to the top of the Zugspitze, and the lake is somewhere over there, which we're going to walk to in a minute. Yeah, you know, it's just a car park. Like, I think if you're paying to go up on the cable car, you get this at a discounted price, but as it stands, if you just want to come and visit the lake or just have a walk around the area, you've got to pay what we've paid. I'm not going to say right now I recommend it, but let's just see how good the lake is. Might be worth researching other places you can park. And I think up there is the cable car. You can just see the lines, and it rises really steeply, and I think that's to the top of the Zugspitze. We're not going to do that. It costs quite a bit. I think it's at least 60 euros a person. So yeah, we decided to give that a miss and just do a little walk around the lake instead, which, as it turned out, is still quite costly. Barely started this walk, we're like minutes in. I mean, what the hell, Stephen? Have you seen anything like this?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The water is so blue and clear. It's literally like a tropical sea. And then you've got the snow-capped mountains in the background. Oh my God. Right, I think we're going to try and attempt a dip.
I think so.
It's as good a place as any, isn't it?
Aye.
You can dry off on the way round, it's still hot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give it a go. I think it is going to be cold, and I've heard people saying so, so we've got to kind of prepare ourselves for this. But my God, that looks worth it, doesn't it?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Oh, forgot to press record.
gracefully walk out for the camera, but it's not happening. Oh my god, that's so good. It wasn't that much colder than what we swam in that swimming pool either. Maybe a little bit, and 10 times nicer. But the only thing is, the stones do hurt your feet a little bit if you don't sort of wash your foot in. But that's not, whatever, that's fine. Oh my god, I never thought we'd get to do something like this, did you?
No.
Right, Steve's being guinea pig number 2 today. The stones are worse than the cold. It is, yeah, but once you get in, it's not as bad. It seems like what we swam in yesterday. But it's cold. Oh my god, how good was that, Stephen?
Lovely.
Wow, I never thought we'd get to do anything like that.
No.
I never thought we'd swim in a lake like that. I have to say, I'm sorry Scotland, that kind of knocks that for 6, doesn't it? Anything we've ever seen, even though the locks in Scotland are amazing, that is something else.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we came here.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like, it was cold, but not like horrifically so. The only thing that was bad was the stones on your feet.
Yeah.
If we had some shoes on, like beach shoes, then it would have been perfect. But how crystal clear that water is, and once you're in, you just feel absolutely fine. There is some warmth to it. And then you've got all of this, and like the Zugspitze, Germany's highest mountain, kind of behind you, with the snow on it. Like, what? I love it. Minutes later, I've just got to go in again because we've just spotted a little secluded area. It is so busy here, isn't it? Like every little cove has got somebody there sunbathing, so you're really lucky to find anything. We've just found this spot. I know we've just been in, but I just want to do it again in front of the mountain just to say we've done it. God, once again, that was just unbelievable. I can't believe we're actually doing that, you know, with that in the background. Every time we go around a corner, it feels like you see something. It's like, oh, I want to go in and want to swim again. But I feel like we best just get on with the walk now, don't you? Yeah. Because otherwise we're never going to get around this lake.
Aye.
In a way, this has made the parking fee worth it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've forgotten that now. I think even you have. Because that was extortionate, but it's a bit like, God, I don't care, this was worth it.
Aye.
Alright, let's get going then.
Alright then.
Steve. I don't know why I'm doing that.
No, I don't mind.
I thought I'd change it up a little bit, you know, a little bit of hitting the husband. I don't know. We'll move on.
Less of that, please.
So it's the next day now, and we left Lake. Oh my God, I've forgotten it already.
Eibsee.
Eibsee. No, Eibsee. So we left Lake Eibsee, And after we got over the actual shock of the parking, do you know what? That was worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
My God, like, that has to be one of the most stunning things we've ever seen in our lives, if not the most beautiful. I'm not sure either of us have seen anything that competes with that. Do you think?
No, and I've never swum in water like that.
No,
it was really good.
Never. Not even in the sea. Like, we haven't been to many far-flung places, but like, you know, we have been to the Mediterranean, and it feels like that sea looked more tropical than anything you would get there in places, didn't it? It was unbelievable. Just an entirely different thing, and so many different shades of blues and greens that were all filling the water. Oh, just magical. So, not going to say the parking is worth it, but it should never be that much money in the first place. Like, it cost us €18 for 4 hours, but then it was another euro for every additional hour, so we had to pay for another 2, so it cost us €20 just to stay there for that amount of time. So it's staggeringly expensive, but I feel like if there's nowhere else to park, I would still do it, because that lake is just wow. That's all we can say on that front. We've had a bloody good time, haven't we, here?
Yeah, it's been nice.
Really good. I think... Go on.
Nothing.
Oh.
I thought we was finished.
We're about to.
I
was just about to say, like, yeah, we are melting, so we've got to get going. But I was just about to say, like, it's a very touristy place. Like, we didn't show you much of the town because there wasn't much going on, really. But even to see some of the attractions, like you saw with the gorge yesterday, or the day before, whenever that was, you know, you do have to pay your way around here, but it's okay in some respects because there's so many lovely things to see. And, you know, we've had a pretty good little park up for a few days, haven't we?
Yeah, and I'd also say this ain't a place you come to for the shops.
No,
you come here for the lakes and the walks and the scenery and all of that kind of really nice stuff. Like,
and it's a ski resort in winter, isn't it? So you can come in winter if you dare to drive your van here or car or whatever. Then it all becomes, there's like ski slopes and everything. There's a ski jump centre just outside of town. So yeah, all pretty good.
We're going to end it there. I'm going to interrupt and stop you.
Yeah, no, let's just go.
I'm absolutely melting.
Yeah,
and we need to finish. So please like, subscribe, push your notification bell, and we will see you on the next one.
Yeah, thank you for watching. We don't even know fully what we're doing now. There isn't a huge amount of time left. We've just got to figure out what we're doing. But we're heading kind of further back west in Germany.
Hi.
So we'll see you at the next location.
Bye.
Bye.